Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the regular scheduled meeting, City of Griffin Board of Commissioners, August 8, 2023. We'll begin by Commissioner Cynthia Reed Ward leading the pledge, followed by Commissioner Tinsley leading the invocation. Please join us.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Most gracious Heavenly Father. Most gracious Heavenly Father, we're here today to ask your blessings and guidance in the performance of our duties as elected officials. We pray for strength, love, knowledge, and understanding. Help us to recognize and solve the problems that are presented. Make our solutions fair and just to the best interest of everyone. Help us to overcome our shortcomings and keep us united as a team to work for the betterment of the city and its people. We pray in your name. Amen. Amen. Thank you. Welcome, everybody. We're glad to have you tonight. We'll start off by approving the agenda. Do we have a motion to approve the agenda as presented? I have a motion by Commissioner Tinsley, seconded by Commissioner Murray. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 5-0. Moving on to presentations and presentations and delegations. Item 1 is to recognize Amanda Carden, Benefits and Payroll Coordinator, as the June 2023 Strongest Link in the Chain Award recipient. Electric Director Jennifer Freeman will address. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening. Well, first I'd like to say that actually Casey Kersey in our GIS department now is actually the one that made the nomination for Miss Amanda Carden. But we kind of worked together on this during the time that he was out. So in November, Casey and his wife had twins, a little boy and a little girl. And unbeknownst to them, the little girl, when she was born, she had a very rare illness, life-threatening actually. And there were only 2 hospitals in the United States that could treat her for, it was called hyperinsulinism. And there's only 2 hospitals in the United States that could treat her for her sickness. And it was in Texas and Philadelphia. So Casey calls me. I mean, he's panicking, you know, they're just born. So he's trying to figure out how to get them on insurance and that kind of thing. And Amanda, who was very new to HR at this time, she stepped right in. I put her in contact with Casey and they communicated, worked everything out. She got his flight approved because it was like a special medical flight that had to be approved to go out there. Stephanie was actually out of the country. So, I mean, she wasn't in the office or anything. And she was, I mean, new. How long had you been in the city at that point?
Less than a year.
Yeah, I mean, she was really, really new and she stepped right in. You'll see in your write-up kind of a timeline. They were in Texas from the end of November until pretty much the end of January. So for 2 months, I mean, he missed Christmas. I mean, his wife was home with a brand new baby and a toddler. And so it was a very stressful time in his life. And he really wanted me to let y'all know that she made that was one less thing that he had to worry about. It was one thing off his plate that he did not have to stress about. And a big thing, you know, knowing that the insurance was going to cover it, knowing the insurance was going to cover the flight, getting the flight scheduled and that kind of thing. It was a really, really big deal. And Amanda was awesome. Like she was awesome. She kept up with email communication, phone communication the whole time. So he couldn't be here tonight and he was very sorry that he couldn't be here because he really, really wanted to be. But we definitely feel like she is so deserving of the strongest link because she is a pleasure to work with always. I mean, she's always bright and cheery, has a great attitude, and we're blessed to have her at the city. Thank you.
Here's your strongest link and your
Here with you, like to recognize.
I do. I have my husband, my mother, and my son Gabe. So that's Charlie, Sharon, and Gabe. Today was his first day of school, so but he was looking forward to coming up here. But like I said, it's an honor and a privilege to accept this. I do appreciate it. So also a big thank you to Stephanie, my coworkers, and especially my family for their continued encouragement, support. And so each day, you know, their motivation is what keeps me going. So I do appreciate it. And to each of you, thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer. Item 2 is review financial reports for June 2023. Finance Director Deborah Manning Gilbert will address. Good evening, Ms. Deborah, and welcome back.
Hey, good
You
evening.
haven't run away yet.
I haven't run away yet. Okay, this evening we're gonna look at June financials, and that's the end of our fiscal year 2023. Of course, you know, these are unaudited numbers at this point. But our total operating revenue for the year was 133.3 million, which is about 4% above our projections. Total operating expense was 126 million, which is 93% of our projections. Our local option sales tax collected is 5.5 million, which is 7% above the projections. T-Splosh collected is 4.4 million, which is 20% above our projections. So do y'all have any questions?
Excellent job.
Thank you.
For your service.
Thank you.
Moving to citizens' comments. At this time, the mayor opens the floor to comments from the audience. Comments related to a specific agenda item not listed on the agenda for a public hearing or to a concern within the jurisdiction of the city. Commission meetings serve the purpose of conducting city business and are not a forum for the unlimited expression of opinion. The mayor reserves the right to limit comments to matters germane to city business and may refer speakers to the city manager or other staff for resolution. With that being said, is there anybody on my left side like to come before the board? Anybody on my left? Yes, sir. If you could please state your name and address for the record.
Sure. My name is Michael Middlebrooks, 1108 Maple Drive. Typically, when I go to a county meeting, city meeting, and in most cases, people are here to complain or whatever the case may be. That's not the case with me tonight. I'm here tonight to ask for y'all's help. And the city manager has been helpful in the past with this. But recently we've had a couple of incidents that has really gotten the attention. We have a massive speeding problem on Maple Drive and 6th Street. Particularly the stretch of, I know between Maple Drive or Crescent Avenue and South. There was an incident with one of my neighbors. It's an elderly lady. She was backing out of her driveway. A car was coming up behind her, slow, driving normal. A pickup truck literally passed the car that waited on her to back out on a double yellow line running probably 60 miles an hour. And that's an estimate. I don't have a radar. And spraying black smoke and almost hit a car head on. It's happened more than one time. There was just a post on Facebook last week about somebody else that was backing out of their driveway. The car went around them. We had a heavy presence for a few days of the Griffin PD. I know we have an interim chief. I don't know what the status is there. That's why I haven't went to the police department to sit down and discuss it with them. I know that it shows 83 officers for the city of Griffin. Now, that might be high or low depending on the period of time. I rarely see GPD. When I say I rarely see them, I see the cars riding, but typically they're probably going somewhere. I need a speed trap. I need something. Somebody's going to get hurt and it's going to be bad. I got 2 special needs kids that live next to me that are very young, that can wander at any time. The parents are very good with them. They try to keep them out of the front yard. But even, I mean, I've got elderly neighbors. They're terrified to go to their mailbox. And it's just it's a dangerous situation. And I would appreciate any help anybody here can give to get some more action, activity on the road. I'm not asking for the revenue side of it or anything else. people just need to know that the speed limit goes from 25 to 30 coming south and from 30 to 25 going north. But I think pretty much people just don't care. They're commuting from the south side of the city or they're going home, whatever. It's just a dangerous situation. I just ask for your help. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Is there anybody else on my left side like to come before the board? Is there anybody on my right side like to come before the board? Yes, thank you. Would you like?
The mic.
Mic on? Yeah. You don't mind, please state your name.
Okay. My name is Tina Marie Marston. I live on Kentucky Avenue in Griffin. Okay, I hope it's gonna be, okay. Since last speaking at the city commission meeting. Hello, okay. Since last speaking at the city commission meeting on July 25th, 2023, I have been in contact with city manager, Mrs. Jessica O'Connor, who is reviewing my outstanding questions and concerns from August 27, 2021. So I did want to acknowledge that. However, since that time, I was curious to know if the city of Griffin and Griffin Utilities had taken steps to provide its customer service representatives with a refresher training course on exceptions to involuntary disconnections, especially the health of a resident. You know, that's so important to me that I've been advocating about. So in the past week, I had an opportunity to speak with customer service. I asked if someone was on oxygen and unable to pay, could they provide a doctor's statement to get an extension? The representative was unsure, however, stated she would find out and call me back. I asked how long she had been there, and she stated 10 years. Although she was unaware of the policy, I can say she was very polite and she did call me back promptly. She said, no, there could not be an extension. So I asked again, I said, you can't postpone disconnection for a week if they're on oxygen? And she said, no, ma'am. She offered to email me a list of resources of agencies such as the Salvation Army that help with utility assistance. I just want to say that the city of Griffin and Griffin Utilities really is potentially placing itself in a position to be liable in a case of serious injury or wrongful death by failing to have knowledge of or abiding by its own policies outlined under health of a resident. So as I await your response to the outstanding questions before submitting my complaint, I'm just asking you that due to the seriousness of these actions, please don't wait to receive my complaint before considering the first resolution I mentioned during the last meeting, which was proper training of Griffin Utilities customer service representatives, supervisors, managers, and directors on exceptions to involuntary disconnections and the protections covered under health of a resident. And I really urge you to take immediate steps to train or just offer a refresher session for your customer service representatives on exceptions to involuntary disconnections. This could literally mean life or death for Griffin Utilities life support customers. Thank you. Thank you.
Is there anybody else on my right side like to come before the board? Thank you. Moving into the consent agenda, we have items 3 through 15. Do we have a motion to take the consent agenda as a whole? Ms. Murray with a motion. Do we have a second? Ms. Ward with a second. Any comments or questions? Yes, go ahead. Item 7. Yes, sir. What's the purpose of that?
Actually, in this other consideration, I think all three of those are the secret format. There are different reasons for those documents.
Okay, I was thinking rotary cutters.
No, this is district format.
Replacing a 17-year-old tractor.
This particular mower would be more like a bush hog, so it would be used for clearing overgrown properties and that type of stuff.
By the way. Okay. Say again. Yes, sir. All right, we have a motion from Murray, second by Ward, to adopt the consent agenda item 5 through 15. I'm sorry, 3 through 15. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6. Item 16 is to consider the minutes of the City of Griffin Board of Commissioners workshop meeting on July 25, 2023. Commissioner Flowers is absent. We have a motion to approve. Mr. Tinsley with a motion, Mrs. Murray with a second. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Item 7 is to consider the minutes of the City of Griffin Board of Commissioners regular meeting on July 25, 2023. Commissioner Brock was absent. Do we have a motion to approve? Mr. Tinsley with a motion, Ms. Ward with a second. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. Say again. 17. 17. Okay. And Commissioner Brock, you're going to abstain from not being there, is that correct? Right. Okay, we have 5-0-1 Commissioner Brock abstaining. Item 18 is consider on second reading amendment to the Code of Ordinance of the City of Griffin, Chapter 90, Traffic and Vehicles, Article 3, Speed Zones, Section 90-61, Speed Zones, enumerated in the order to update maximum speeds on certain streets on and off the state highway system, update school zone times and speeds, and modify descriptive information for certain streets on and off the state highway system. Do we have a motion to amend?
Mayor, I do need to note something for the second reading. Since the first reading, we did identify 2 Scrivener errors in the times for both the Crescent Road and the Atkinson school zones that were in the pickup, or what I'm referring to as the pickup time, the ending time for that school zone time. It was previously reading as 2:45, like many of the other school zones, and both of those should be 2 o'clock to 3 o'clock. So that's being corrected in the second reading.
2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, President.
Yes.
So we have a motion to approve the second reading with the amendments. We've got a motion by Ms. Ward, second by Murray. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Thank you, Mr. Gardner. Item 19 is consider purchase of a Wilo 23.5 horsepower pump from J.H. Wright and Associates, single source in the amount of $34,698, and amend the budget accordingly. Ms. Ward with a motion to approve, second by Commissioner Brock. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Item 20 is consider a statement of work from KCI Technologies, Inc. to provide assistance in responding to the consent order for Blantonville, prepare a corrective action plan, and provide semi-annual update letters for the corrective action plan in the amount of $71,000. Ms. Ward with a motion to approve. We have a second. Ms. Murray with a second. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Item 21 is consider a resolution to authorize the city manager or her designee to make initial offers for easement acquisition in the amount of $4,236 required for the work to be performed in accordance with the 2022 CDBG Rushtonville Phase 1 project. Mrs. Ward with a motion, second by Commissioner Murray. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Item 22 is consider authorizing the city attorney to engage construction litigation law firm of Greenfield Booth and Clearos PC to represent the city in a construction dispute with Brad Cole Construction Company, Inc., a subsidiary of ASRC Industrial, Inc., related to the Hedge Creek Reservoir Dam Rehabilitation Project. Commissioner Murray with a motion, second by Commissioner Ward. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Item 23 is consider agreement to engage attorney J. Anderson Davis and Jeffrey E. Friedman, experienced environmental litigators, to investigate and conduct litigation as warranted on behalf of the city of Griffin as a public water supplier. Mrs. Ward with a motion, second by Commissioner Murray. All in favor of the agreement, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Item 24 is consider a claim for personal injuries allegedly sustained by Jane Walker on January 31, 2023 at approximately 2 p.m. while occupying an elevator in One Griffin Center. He alleged injuries in excess of $1 million, makes an offer of settlement for $500,000. It's my understanding staff recommends denial. We have a motion to deny. Mrs. Murray with motion to deny. We have a second. Commissioner Tinsley with a second.
All in favor of it?
There's any medical bill, anything that's just.
We did determine after I turned in the agenda item that there was James H. Walker, who the day prior to the day his attorney says that took place, was actually trapped on the elevator over in the customer service side. But that elevator did not fall to the floor. It simply came down to the first floor, the door didn't open. So he was talked to by the security guard about some fireman who came in and locked and got the door open, got him off. And he was taken by 18 that day to the hospital emergency. So he ran to die.
So we have a motion and a second to deny the offer and settlement. Murray made a motion, second by Tinley. All in favor of the denial, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. Item 25 is consider authorized travel for Mayor Doug Holbert to attend the fall 2023 GMA Legislative Policy Council meeting, September 6 and 7, 2023 in LaGrange, Georgia. Commissioner Tinsley with the motion, second by Murray. All in favor, please signal by raising your hand. 6-0. And item 26, consider authorizing travel, Commissioners Murray and Tinsley to attend the GMA Fall 2023 training, September 27 to 29, 2023 at Jekyll Island. Motion by Commissioner Brock,
Second.
second by Commissioner Cord.
What is the last day to, that's the only thing that I'm missing to receive something from GMA. Isn't that the, what is that class?
Are you talking about the Knox leadership?
Yeah,
That's not this.
that's not,
I don't think so.
that's in
October.
no, that's it,
This is not, it is one that.
that same time. The Knox is, but I just need to know. Just check on it.
Will you call me?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
we'll talk
I
about
do.
it.
Right, but we've got a. No, not today.
Okay.
We've got a motion from Brock, second by McCord to approve the travel. All in favor, please signal by raise your hand. 6-0.
I've never been able to.
And that's our meeting tonight. So at this time, city manager's report.
And just one thing, a reminder that we will have our zoning procedures law training next Thursday, so August 17th, not this coming, but the following, August 17th at 9:30. Because it is training, it's not an open meeting, although we will notice the forum, so we do need all of you to participate. This is strictly in relation to all of the changes that you already realized happened on our July 5th meeting. We just sort of need to tell y'all what they are, how they reference the new House bill. And Ms. Clark and Mr. Jacob will be doing that training for all of you, 9:30 in the third floor conference room. And we expect it to last no longer than 2 hours, but planning for 11.
Give it a date.
August 17th, Thursday. I think we're gonna be able to have Zoom, do we know up there?
We can.
It says yes.
Yeah. We will try to make it as interactive as possible for the second half, so we will be presenting you guys with hypotheticals, because we want your feedback on how to make the process easier and to make sure that we're covering all of the different facts that could come up for different zoning applications. So we will be doing participation.
Anything else, Commissioner, or Ms. O'Connor,
That's it.
Mr. Whalen,
I have none.
Mr. Brock, Ms. Murray?
I just want to thank you again. Thank you everybody for coming, but I want to do a special shout out for recent storms that we have. I'm hearing from citizens that the phone system, the power outage system is working great, and people are just really appreciative for all the staff does to keep it up. We're really thankful for that.
Thank you. Commissioner Ward?
No.
Commissioner Ward?
Have you introduced us to the police chief yet? The animal, she,
Oh, gosh. Can you come up here? I don't think that I have, thank you.
this is my first time, I've never met her, ever in my life. She came to my neighborhood.
Oh, yeah, she did come here. anything.
I really appreciate it.
Well,
Everybody.
First, let me apologize because she just sort of hit the ground running and has been an excellent advocate for us in our police department since she's been here July 5th. But this is Chief Connie Sampson. She comes to us with over 40 years of law enforcement experience, most recently in a full-time position as an assistant vice president from Georgia State University. Associate vice president. I knew I was going to mess that up, but chief of police there since 1996. Georgia State. So downtown Atlanta. I'm sorry. No.
No, not yet.
She's in Athens. She's a University of Georgia person, but that's okay. We're gonna let that pass for now. But this is Chief Sampson.
Welcome, Chief Sampson. So glad to have you.
Good evening. It is real good to be here. And like Jessica said, I hit the ground running. And I'll talk with you right after this meeting. Have had support from certainly inside the police department, from the city, and from the community, and look forward to continuing to work with everyone here. Thank you.
So you willing to put in 10 years, 20 years?
I need to
She said
subtract
no.
my date of birth from this year. So I've got a little bit of age on me, so thank y'all very much.
Thank you, Chief.
You're welcome.
Anything else?
Yeah, that is not city business, but I do need to mention it because y'all see my wife, please give her a hug. This is the last week that my son Jordan will be home. He leaves for Georgia this Saturday. So my wife is probably gonna cry. I'm not.
Yes, she will.
So
Yes, she will.
letting y'all know. Be quiet. So anyway, y'all pray for my son and pray for all the kids started back to school, that we have a safe school year this year, locally. Think just like the chief said, that the kids are back to school and running, and we just need to pray for our community that we have a successful and safe school year. That's all I want.
Commissioner Tinsley?
I would like to compliment Jessica and our electric department. I was at a friend's house, Jennifer, excuse me, I'm sorry, Jennifer. I was at a friend's house yesterday and they lost their power. And I'm calling their utility provider. And I only got through and they ask you to enter the account number. I didn't know it's their account. So it says, you don't have an account number, enter the phone number. Enter the phone number, says, they will transfer you. Then I get a message that says, sorry, we're busy, call back later. I'm like, we have the automation here in the city that tracks power outlets. And I'm like, it's hard. And I'm like, we're so blessed to have this and not have to deal with these people that string you along and they'll pick up and then pay you for this. So I just want to say kudos to the number.
And I would echo that as well. The electric department, there have been several storms that we've had to come through, and so someone would like to send me a message complaining, and then I said, well, Georgia Power right now has 150,000 outages. Central Georgia City has 1,500. City Griffin has 1,000. So I mean, every system has a situation. All of ours were 100% back up in normally 2 hours, where they were 5 and 6 hours. So we do a great job in our electric department as well prepared. So thank you, Jennifer, and your team for all you do. Also want to give a shout out to all the city employees that participated in the 1 day with the school system. It was an outstanding experience, and we were well represented by city staff and employees. That's our day one, thank you. And then also the back to school kickoff at the fire station, police department, Chief Lieutenant Walden back there, your team, and all you folks did a great job. Thank you so much for your service. You also have your golf tournament coming up on September 9th. Big shout out for his fundraiser for they want to play golf for sponsorship. So thank you for all you do behind the scenes. Also, this will be the last the summer concert series. The last concert in the park is at 7 o'clock. We've had great turnout, averaging over 200 per concert. So if you're available Saturday night, 7 o'clock, Dim is playing, sponsored by the Cotton Mill. So
Looks like another great time.
And they're also second Saturday.
Oh, second Saturday, ice cream stroll is this weekend, so, anybody wants to come help put up banners across light poles, I'll be up there at 8 o'clock Saturday morning, so. We'll get you some. We have a motion to adjourn. Chris Murray, a motion, second by Commissioner Perkins. All in favor, please.